It might surprise people to know that you can fit a bass in any vehicle. But I was also thinking, a question that almost every bass player is asked hundreds of times in their life. People often ask you if you wish you played the flute. And I would say, I don't know a single bass player who wishes they played the flute. One of my best friend's mothers, who was encouraging me to play the bass, I remember her saying, it would be so cool if you played the bass because there aren't very many female bass players. To me, it was more like, ooh, that's a neat instrument. And I like different kinds of music, and that's what appealed to me. I think one reason there are more women playing bass now is partly just seeing that other women are successful doing that, and that encourages young women to think, oh, I can do that too.
I've been in the orchestra a long time now, and I have never felt this comfortable and happy coming to work and working with this group of people. We are all really trying to play together. We really want to sound like we are completely unified in the quality of our sound, in the attacks and how loud we play, and we have a good rapport amongst all of us.
The bass section consists of 8 bass players, so it is the smallest string section. We are a really tight group. It's important to all of us that we lock into each other's sound and are playing in the same way. I'm the conduit for the bass section to the conductor, to the other string principals, and then also to other people in the orchestra.
Yes.
Dima, quick question.
Yeah.
Before 94, 4 bars.
If the conductor wants to address the bass section, they'll turn to the bass section to ask for something. And of course, they're speaking to all of us. But I will be the one who speaks back with the conductor or asks them to clarify what they mean.
Hey, so I was going to go over another spot from yesterday in the Brahms.
I would say that it's kind of the first stand's role to be very clear with intention and the way that you're playing and support that idea so that we're one solid unit of sound and rhythm.
In the Mahler, yeah.
Every instrument has its physical challenges, so it could be smaller muscular movement, but to play the bass, it's really quite physically demanding. It takes a lot of energy and agility. Obviously a violin has about this amount of space for all their notes, and we have this amount of space and have to move as fast.
There are physical challenges of simply the strength required to push the strings down. There's much more tension on bass strings. They're 8 or 9 times as thick as the E string of a violin. So there's a physical element of that. If you get really lucky, you have a bass that you can keep at home and practice on, and then you have another bass at the hall, so you don't have to cart it back and forth. And I feel like that can add 10 years to your playing career. One of the really outstanding things about being a member of this bass section in the Minnesota Orchestra is access to playing on these 4 basses. Michael Leiter was the principal bass of the Montreal Symphony and passed away about 20 years ago. And about 5 years after his death, these 4 basses were gifted to the bass section of the orchestra. And so we have a Panormo, a Serafin, a Gefriller, and a Testori bass. They are amazing, old, rare Italian instruments. Ken and Judy Dayton and Doug and Louise Leatherdale made a gift to the orchestra of these 4 basses. We are, luckily, the envy of orchestras all around the world to have this collection and to be able to play and produce the kind of sound that these instruments can make.
So we're really a versatile instrument within the orchestra with what our function is, but it's generally always to support. One of my favorite things about playing bass is just playing the low notes, or playing, soft pizzicatos together where it just rings. It's like one sound, but it's 8 people playing.
We are that engine underneath the hood of the Rolls-Royce. I think that's why bass players generally are some of the happiest musicians you'll find in an orchestra, because we never started out wanting to be having a career as a soloist playing sonatas for violin and piano. We know what we are doing, and we are making the world go round on the stage.